Whew. We're turning in. It has been an adventurous morning. I had the vision of going out getting some abalone and some and maybe even some crayfish today. I've had the vision. I've been wanting to. I've been keeping an eye on the weather. I've been looking at the sunshine, looking at the wind, and today was the day. But then I got called up and I had to do a refresher for my ocean rescue, surf rescue training, which is good because when we're by the ocean so much, it's always good to be up to date with that stuff. I told the kids I was going to get some abalone, so they threw their requests in, and the kids were really excited to have some of those sliders that we made a long time back, but I'm going to make those again for the kids. Abalone sliders after school, that sounds like quite the treat, doesn't it? I also really want to try Gordon Ramsay's abalone scrambled eggs. I know that sounds crazy, but I love scrambled eggs and I love pretty much all of Gordon Ramsay's cooking, so I got to give it a try. I've come back from Gracetown. I've come back to an area where I know I can get the abalone nice and quick. I'm going to set myself a bit of a challenge to see just how quickly I can get 20 abalone. I'm doing it one-handed as well. I've got the broken finger still, so the swell is small here. I think I'll be able to get them safely with just the one hand. Going to get straight down there, straight into it. Quick little swell check. And then I'm heading down to the beach. Let's get these abs. And then go do the ballet school run. And get into a bit of a cook-up. I'll check the water, then I'll come back and get yours. And Dylan's going to see how quickly he can catch 20 abalone. Or they're near enough, just enough to have a feed if they're not about, but they don't really hide too well. So even with the broken finger, I reckon I can make this happen. All right, the weather is looking good. And you know, to make this even more exciting, all right, and to make this even more exciting, I just knocked my finger. I didn't think that was going to take long. All right, to make this even more exciting, I'm just going to be wearing my boardies and my skulk, which is kind of like a hoodie made out of wetsuit material. So I won't want to be in the water for too long because I'm a bit of a softie when it comes to getting cold. The main reason I'm not wearing my wettie is because it's already wet from being in the ocean about an hour ago. So anyway, we're going to get down to the beach. It's looking lovely, and get kitted up and get into the water. So good, so good. Oh, I'm actually a little bit nervous for how cold I'm gonna be, to be honest. But hey, Dylan's got to just toughen up sometimes, get in there, and the kids want abalone, so I've got to catch abalone. I'm getting myself nice and close to the entry point. All right, we're all set up, ready to go. Oi, I had the zip undone on my catch bag. Lucky I noticed that. All right, zip's done up, we're gonna get in the water. I'm gonna look at my clock, start the stopwatch as soon as I get in and see how quickly I can do this. So into the water we go. We're switching over to the GoPro on the mask and see if we can get ourselves 20 abalone real quick without hurting this little finger, hey? We're back in. Definitely got thrown around a little bit. And I lost my finger at one point, but I lost my finger. That's a bit extreme, isn't it? No, I lost my little cast, I'm going to call it. But anyway, we did well. 26 minutes it was. And they're all real good size. So this gauge is up to 77 mil. And they've only actually got to be 60. So a lot of them are well and truly sized. 1, 2, 11, 17, 18. How's that? 20 beautiful abalone. You'll be happy, kids. We're having some abalone sliders. And I get to try out my new recipe, or Gordon Ramsay's abalone scrambled eggs. That's going to be brekkie tomorrow morning. That one was the last one I caught, and that is one big juicy abalone. That's not just a slider, that's going to be a full hamburger. Take this off here. Big breath out. Ooh, and stretch. Ooh, cramp. Cramp. Maybe I am getting older. Oh yeah, that wind. The wind is blowing offshore. So it's nice and protected in there, but there's definitely a bit of a breeze. Help the hair dry. But the sun is out. I have missed having sun on my face over winter. Oh, we love this weather and it's definitely on its way. We've got to get back. I've got to go warm up, get the track pants on, get in the car and make the next move. And we'll be back home cooking up 2 different feeds. We've already done the sliders, so I'll just show you the end result of that. But then we're going to go through cooking up the scrambled eggs. Scrambled eggs with abalone. Doesn't that sound good? All right. Off to ballet. Dylan's gonna do ballet today. Nah. Oh, once you got your abalone in, if you don't want to get your angle all smelly, pop them in one of these bags. Make sure the drain plug's in and it's well zipped up. Straight into the angle like that. And then everything is staying nice and clean. It's abalone season and I like abalone and all the kids like abalone, so we're good. Let's go to ballet. Alright guys, well I've managed to find a break in the weather because it was raining a fair bit this morning and I was very keen to try this recipe. It's the scrambled eggs with abalone. Sounds like an odd combo, but I trust the man Ramsay and I feel like it's gonna work. So I gave my abalone a bit of a clean up at home. I'm gonna take him down to the water and give him a quick wash. I use the technique where you slide your thumb underneath the abalone. They pop out and then with a knife, trim up the guts, get them off and give them a few beats. I've found this new wooden mallet that I've got to be awesome. It doesn't slide all over the place like it does with my metal one. So I'm gonna run down to the water, give these a little rinse off, tap them off with some paper towel, and then prep up the eggs. Maybe 2 seconds, but they're clean. All right, drain off the last bit of water. And then give them a pat dry before I slice them up. All right, let's go down a little bit lower into this cooking zone and find a good angle there. All right, I like how that's set up. So what we're gonna do, I've got my workbench. I've got a bit of sourdough that I might whack on as well. What I'm gonna do is slice up these abalone. I gave them that little beat at home. I tell you what, I'm looking forward to having my finger good again. So I've just used 3 little roe abalone. Okay. We're going back into the bowl. And we've got our parsley to garnish. And we're going to be serving it back in that abalone shell. Oh, where did Dylan put the salt? Okay, so usually, classic Dylan, I would be salting that, but instead I'm going to put a little bit of pepper just for flavour. I'm going to fire up the gas cooker. I wonder where I put my spatula and everything then. I'm a bit confused by that. Okay. Adapt, overcome, commit. Okay, so Dylan's just realised he's forgot his spatula and his salt, and that makes it almost impossible to make scrambled eggs. So I'm gonna quickly whip home. We're not gonna have this beautiful view, but we've got the abalone prepped and washed in salt, so we'll head back home and I'll start and finish, basically start and finish back there, and cook these abalone in the comfort of our own place. So we'll go cook these abalone at home. I'll back up underneath the car park. Might even get a coffee that way too. You know, there's always a positive. Even when I forget everything, there can always be a positive. So we'll see you back there. I think maybe the purpose of this episode was to challenge me, trying to catch abalone with the broken finger, having a recipe in mind that I really wanted to do, fighting against the rainy weather, and although you might not have seen that, it's been on and off every time I want to try and cook up or find a nice place to cook. I wanted to go to the beach. I forgot this thing, the spatula. I forgot the salt, but hey, I just kept going through, and so maybe that's the message in it. It's a message for me to just plod along. When you ask for patience from God, God won't give you patience. He'll give many opportunities to practice it. So so anyway, we are now going to salt up these abalone a bit. Going to pop a little bit of butter into the pan. Once that heats up, which won't take long, we're going to quickly give these a little flash cook, I'm going to call it. I got some beautiful eggs from a friend from work. Cheers, Drew. Homemade eggs. These are beautiful. Oh, they're just monsters. Well, into that little bit of butter goes our abalone, and this is only gonna be in there for a few seconds. One more for good measure. Give them a little turn over. I thought that might have been my wife. Okay, they're coming back out just like that. I'm going to quickly run inside and get another knife so I can chop up my herbs, and I'm going to slap that toast down. So now what we're going to do, get the heat back on. I've just popped the toast down as well. We're going to get a real nice healthy amount of butter into the pan, and before that gets too hot, we're going to put our eggs in. Eggs just want to cook on a real low heat. Into the pan. Hey, do you like the smell of the eggs, buddy? Okay, and it's just going to be an on-off, on the heat, off the heat sort of switch. And then once it's almost cooked, we're going to add the cream in to cool it down and make it all velvety. In the video that I watched this being done from Gordon Ramsay, it was on a big open fire, and it looked so cool. Just a rough chop there. Ooh. Off again. Fold it through. Oh, looking gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna actually put the herb in with the abalone. Alright, down onto the heat, off the heat. Whoa, looking good. I'll let it go that little bit further, and then put the cream in. Touch of cream. Oop. Little bit of cream there. Putting our abalone back in. Just fold that through. Little bit of salt again. And the heat in the pan's gonna let it go, and I'm gonna run in and get my toast. Okay, so I've got me toast. That's looking lovely. I'll just spread a bit of butter onto that toast. I'm gonna cut it on the angle for extra fanciness. And like I said, surfing that abalone into an abalone shell. This was a brown lip from a little while ago that's I've given a nice clean up, and it's one of our fancy serving plates, bowls. Oh wow. That there's the end result. That wind is coming in like crazy. But here we have scrambled abalone, scrambled eggs with abalone, and absolutely hook and wind behind us. But they are really well, the silkiness of the eggs, and then the saltiness, I love the salt, and slight chewiness, like, because I beated them, they are tender, but they're also, they pair so well. I think they're both, well, mushrooms go really well with eggs, and I kind of feel like abalone are like ocean mushrooms. I'm really happy with that, definitely worth a try. Let's get a bit of abalone on there too, on the peak. That is actually way better than I thought. That is really good. Gordon Ramsay knows what he's doing. We'll give that one a crack. Tonight I'm cooking up the abalone sliders, so let's see how they go. They're always a treat. Yum. All right, and here's the other result. The abalone sliders, we've got some chips from the fish and chip shop. And these are an absolute hit. Abalone by itself in the crumb. And then in the slider, these little sliders, we get them from our IGA down the road. They fit a roe abalone to perfection. That is good. You guys have to try that. Absolute 10 out of 10. If you're making these at the beach, it's even better. But the weather sort of got in our way, and Dylan's forgetfulness brought him back home. So thanks very much for watching that one. I hope you try either of those recipes. Both a hit. Great way to use your abalone. I love getting abalone, so any recipe that I can find is just an absolute bonus and a reason to go and get some more. So stay safe when getting them, and enjoy the video. See you again soon. Gone everywhere.